So can we get a little lesson? So namaste is the standard greeting.
Yeah.
But then if you want to say good morning, you would say
Subha Prabhat.
Subha Prabhat.
S-U-B-A-P-R-A-B-A-T.
And then good day.
Subha Din. S-U-B-A-D-I-N. Din.
And good evening.
Good evening means in Nepali Subha Ratri. S-U-B-A-R-A-T-R-I Ratri.
Thank you, Anil Sky.
Yes, you are most welcome.
Got Kristen and Peter and Jennifer and Brooks. They've all been splitting. So we're going to hear from Brooks on get a splitting demonstration. So tell us what you're doing.
Well, this is bamboo. It's a hard grass, and we're building a house out of it. So, unfortunately, sometimes this bamboo is a little bit too thick. As you can see, this is a little bit too thick. It's not very pliable.
It's kind of stiff, hey?
It's kind of stiff.
Difficult to weave.
Difficult to weave in through this. So what we do is we try to split it up a little bit so it's a little thinner, it's a little easier, a little more
look
pliable.
at what kind of a tool is that? Looks dangerous.
Yes, it is dangerous. This is a weapon of the Gorkhas, ancient Nepalese warriors, but we're using it to build houses.
Excellent.
Times have changed. So.
And what about your hammer there? You've got this piece of bamboo.
Yeah, we're really roughing it out here. This is the way that we do it. So what we do is we take this weapon and we stick it on top. We try to find a nice...
Placement is key, I presume?
Placement is key, especially if you're going for the gold. The gold being a twofer. Making two pieces out of one piece.
Oh, excellent.
Advanced stuff. So you stick it on here, you try to find the nice inseam that works. Yep. I don't think I'm going to get a twofer out of this one because it's not quite thick enough. But we'll see.
You're skilled enough to know before you begin whether or not it's a good board that it could produce a twofer.
But sometimes you surprise yourself. We're off to a good start here. There's a knot in the wood right there. This is the hardest part of the bamboo. We're going to keep going through. Looks like it's splitting pretty well. Let's see how we're doing. As you can see, this is much more thin, much more pliable.
Right.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
At this point, you might be wondering, will I get the twofer?
It looks like it's split near the bottom. It doesn't look, it's not a good sign. Not a good sign for the twofer. But let's see what we can do here. Nope, not going to happen this time.
Oh, well.
What a shame. It's okay.
Rumor has it that you've done something, not just the twofer, but the threefer.
The fabled threefer.
Not just a fable.
I don't like to brag about it. That's not true. I absolutely like to brag about it. I got a threefer one time. I can even show you the threefer. It's in there. All the knots line up.
Fantastic.
So here we go. Here it is. A nice pliable piece that's going to make some weaver very happy.
This is Julie. We're doing an on-site interview. She is one of our expert whittlers. Or what?
Stripper shaver.
Stripper shaver. She shaves and then she strips. Sometimes she strips and then she shaves. Show us what you're doing here. What's the idea?
The idea is to get these bamboo pieces so that they're very flexible so that we can weave them into the wall.
Okay, right. Like the weaving happening all over the house. And sometimes they're not pliable enough. And so let me see this. What is this tool that you're using?
I am not really sure what that's called.
That is your stripper, shaver, sickle.
No handle.
No handle's long gone. It's long gone.
I think I stripped the handle. I'm not real sure.
Did you shave it or did you strip it?
So it's interesting, challenging.
Yep, and necessary. You're in demand. Your services are in demand.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you for this.
They're all backed up behind me waiting for me. So.
You better get back to work.
Get back to work.
Namaste, good morning. We are sifting this pile of sand. I know, it's a big pile. Because we need to make very fine mortar to put on the outside of the bamboo. So I'll give you a quick demonstration, okay? Get your sand. It's good to have a partner when you do this. Throw it on your screen. Actually, while one person is kind of putting it on the screen, another person sift it through. It's a little bit like cooking. And then you can see obviously the larger pieces fall away, and then you might want to see what we're left with here is a nice fine grade sand that we're going to be mixing with our cement to make mortar.
Great.
Great! So Kristen's going to tell us about
Haitat boot camp.
these are exercises. You might want to try this at home. It's free.
When you got a little downtime or when you just want to get your workout in on the job site.
Show us.
Okay. First we
got
dips.
First,
tricep dips.
Tricep dips. Oh, with one leg out. If you want a challenge.
There you go.
Nice.
You need to take it down a notch.
Oh.
Like so.
Like so.
Switching on over to the other side, we got
incredible.
And then we've got the all-purpose squat. When someone hands you something heavy, don't just pass it along. Squat and then pass it along.
And what if someone handed you a heavy rock?
If someone handed me a heavy rock, I would take it with a squat and overhead. And then pass it along.
Can we see the results?
Demonstration.
What kind of results can we expect from this workout?
Well, I know what you're thinking. Is it 6 bags or 5 bags of cement? And all the excitement, I kind of lost track myself. But being as this is a 6702 trowel, the most powerful trowel in Nepal, I can trowel the whole side of the building. You've got to ask yourself one question: will it stick, or will it punk? Came here thinking I knew something about construction, and I've been humbled by this project, figuring out I know nothing about construction. Learning new techniques, new challenges, and incredible patience to learn how to build with techniques that I've never seen or heard of. It's been a challenging experience, but richly rewarding.
I think I might have missed the rock toss, but truthfully, this woman just threw a rock in the pile, and now she's going to tell you what she thinks she'd like to say to all those people out there who think they're too old to do something like this.
You're not too old. You're never too old. Habitat for Humanity has something for everyone. There are people in their 80s, and don't be afraid of the hard work. It is hard work. I won't kid you about that. But there's always a simple job, a simple task, something that everybody can do and contribute. And it inspires me to be more active. And
so what are you, 49?
I'm 71.
Oh, yay! You have a lot of grandchildren and great-grandchildren all around the world, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And now I can talk to them on Facebook. People are on Facebook everywhere. Yes.
So, Bob,
Yes,
you've been around construction sites, working at your local Habitat affiliate, and I'm sure a lot of other construction-oriented jobs over the years. Although you are a pilot, what about this kind of construction impresses you?
I think the fact that most of it is sustainable materials. There's nothing here that isn't just readily available in the nearby environment, and if it'll be here probably 100 years from now, and when it does deteriorate, it'll deteriorate naturally,
right,
and not leave any unwanted waste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll say if that girl can do it, we can do it.
Good?
What is it?
Okay. We are. This is our lunch break at the work site, and Kristen here is going to talk a little bit about what we've been eating, and she's definitely a good one for this.
Well, I'm not gonna kid you. I'm a little bit of a picky eater. Like my typical meal in the States would be like Cocoa Puffs or Lucky Charms. Maybe have a little 5-inch pizza at lunch, peanut butter. Dinner is, well, chips, guacamole maybe, some chicken and steak. That's always safe. So why don't you come with me right now and I'll show you what's for breakfast or for lunch.
All right.
All right, so we've got our, well, and I'm gonna tell you right now that most of the stuff we've been eating, I either can't pronunciate it or I don't recognize it. And I was really scared coming because everyone told me, considering I'm a picky eater, that I might starve. But I'm still surviving, so here we go. So I typically get the rice.
All right.
This was a little scary the first couple days, but I'm diving into it now. It's a little bit a noodle with a bunch of vegetables and I think carrots and green pepper and cabbage.
Okay.
So I'll put a little bit of this, and everybody loves French fries. So we've got French fries. Not quite sure what the sauces are yet, but
it's not exactly Heinz.
Not my forte, so I don't really try it because it's green. Don't know about that. This is something I didn't try the first day, but I'm beginning to like it. It's dal, and it is, well, not dal as in D-U-L-L-L, but as in dal, D-A-H-L. It's a type of food where it's the lentils. What is it? How do you spell it?
D-A-L.
Yeah, D-A-L. Okay. And you put it on top of your rice.
Right. Very typical Nepali.
Okay.
Nepalese
It
food.
actually tastes good. All right. This is a mixture of chicken, and that's safe. Yes.
Fried chickens with sauce.
Fried chickens with sauce.
I love
yeah,
this
and
one.
there's a couple different things in here. A little bit of, it's a mystery every day. It's a mystery every day. So we put a couple pieces on there, and this I think is one of my favorite. And I would never ever eat this in the States.
Vegetables.
Yeah, but I didn't realize it was vegetables and there's potatoes in there. And it was a very pleasant surprise to have it. I was very excited. I actually pick out most of the potatoes and the carrots. I love these, so I go searching for them. All right, and the last thing is mustard greens, and I haven't tried those yet. I can't.
Today?
Ever.
On camera?
Oh, okay, here we go. I'll try it. I'll put a little bit on my plate. There we go. Right.
Your family is going to be so impressed.
So if my family would actually see all this, they wouldn't believe I was actually, they probably think I'm passing the plate off to somebody else.
Thank you.
Oh, now you want to see me eat it? And I will say, though, going to the restaurants at night, I've had a meal every single night. There was only one night that I didn't like my meal, and it was steak.
And you're going to stand here.
All right, everyone, I'd like you to meet Haley Murdoch. She's the youngest member of our team. And Haley, I would love it if you would tell everyone what motivated you to do Global Village.
So I just graduated, and I had my...
From high school?
Yep, from high school. And then I had my 18th birthday, and I was kind of like, well, I didn't really know what I wanted to study. I know I want to go to school, but I needed some time to really figure it out, and I was like, what's the point of going to university, spend a bunch of money, and then be like, oh, I don't know what I want. So my two older siblings have done Global Village builds, and I decided to take a year and do something good for the world before really hammering out the rest of my life, kind of. And so I decided to do Global Village in Nepal.
So now that you're here, I mean, how do you think, has this impacted you in any way? Are you thinking about things you might want to do in the future?
What this made me realize was that a career for me is going to be international, helping people. This is Sharmila. She's the homeowner's mother, and interacting with them and getting to know them and really bonding with them over something so huge has really inspired me to, you know, kind of follow the footsteps of being a Global Village leader in the future alongside whatever else internationally I decide to do.
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, so here we have our team MacGyver. Robert, graduate of the Coast Guard Academy. I think that your shirt is indicating that you've built a house or a thing or two in your life, and you've learned a few things along the way. So what kind of things can you tell me about building with bamboo?
Well, basic task is you're weaving a basket out of the walls of the house. There's a bamboo structure, and you've got to cut small strips to weave them, and some of them are kind of stiff to make the wall, which then eventually gets mortared.
And as our resident MacGyver, you've got a few tools that you'd like to recommend for the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, there are tools here, but some of the things that would really be handy to bring would be...
Notice he's got his list, right?
Yeah, I've got a list here. Yeah. A saw, maybe with like a tree limber for a tree, with a 12, 18-inch blade, very sharp and wide, because you're cutting bamboo. The Leatherman saw works, but it's a short blade, but and fallback it works. For the audience, you've got a Leatherman on you, right? I have a Leatherman. That baby right there. Leatherman, that's the saw blade. The first time it ever got used. The other thing is you have to shave the strips to make them thin enough to bend. And they have some knives, but it's something like a draw blade, if carpenters are familiar with that. A fine blade, flat draw blade would work very well. A block plane would work that you'd use for edge of boards. Utility knife and extra blades. You know, just a bunch of them. Something like a Stanley Wonder Bar. Some of the strips have to be wedged into position. If you have a Stanley Wonder Bar or something like that, people will know what that is.
That's great.
Inexpensive paintbrushes. Before the mortar goes over the bamboo, it has to be wetted with a water Portland cement mixture, and you just need a bunch of wide.
Otherwise, you'd be making your own brushes out of bamboo and leftover bags.
Correct. Yeah, that doesn't work so great. A folding leg workbench would be ideal, so you're not working off rocks or the ground.
Okay.
But that's a little big. Our friend, the other Bob in our group, recommended a wheelbarrow.
Well, that also would be helpful.
That would be a little helpful, but you're probably not going to hammer that. A hammer, regular hammer, and an assortment of nails, 16 penny and 8 penny. If you need to assemble something, have a hammer and nails, and then other stuff like wooden mallets. You can always use a piece of cut bamboo for a hammer on something soft, and all those things would help to make the job go faster. Otherwise, you learn how to improvise.
Otherwise, you turn into MacGyver.
Yep.
Hello everyone. So this is Naran Kadka. He is our host coordinator for our build here. And here we have the lovely and talented Samila Pariar. She is our homeowner. So I would like to ask Samila how she feels about having us here working on her house and all the work that she's done to have her house. How does she feel about that?
तपाईलाई चाहिँ कस्तो फिल कस्तो महसुस भइरहेछ हामी यहाँको घरमा काम गरिरहेका छौँ तपाईहरु सँगसँगै तपाईलाई कस्तो महसुस भइरहेछ
मलाई धेरै खुसी लाग्यो धेरै सहयोग गर्नुभयो एकदम खुसी लाग्यो भन्दै
She's very much happy and she helped it a lot from you guys.
Tell her that we love her. I think she knows, but it's good to say it.
हामी चाहिँ तपाईलाई सारै माया गर्छौं प्रेम गर्छौं
हामी पनि गर्छौं तपाईहरुलाई भन्दिनु
And then one final question. Thank you. Samila she does painting work, and so I would like to know what color would you like to paint your new house?
तपाई जस्तो पेन्ट गर्नुहुन्छ घरमा रङ लाउनुहुन्छ अब तपाई घरमा चाहिँ कस्तो खालको रङ लाउनु भन्ने तपाईले विचार गर्नुहुन्छ
मैले चाहिँ कलर त अहिले छानिसकेको त छैन तर सुगा कलरको लगाउनु मन लाग्छ
She is not decided yet, but she just thought that she might gonna paint it like parrot colors.
Oh, parrot colors. Gorgeous. I knew there'd be more than one color because she's very colorful, huh?
You guys shouldn't say that. I can look
Namaste. Thank you.